So so we need to watch carefully how they
你唔會殺你，收歸嘢你唔會殺啦你。
我等啥呢？我等啥呢？别来呀！
Demon on demon action. This is crazy.
Put in some work and Silence. He's got that MG3. That's the gun to have here. Furia, man, looking to finally get a chicken dinner as Silence gets another knock there and finish actually. Coops down to his last single HP. Does, oh, nice little vehicle switch there. Hops in the vehicle, hits the passenger seat, ejects, gets himself to safety for a little bit longer, but we'll see them in that spot. This could be it. I mean, they are in Yes 9.
OG secures at least a third. Goodness me, AKOP is kind of tearing X-Force Rejects apart, but down, and this is a free game for Furia. That's what you get, Devil. Take down Satan, friendly fire. Game's gonna end just like that. And Furia will pick themselves up a win. And it feels good for them. Coming off the back of that Rondo into this Erangel. A real turnaround today.
That is how you get it done right there. Furia, you know, that was just a sigh of relief because yesterday they were just hunting circles all day long, couldn't catch a break, and here they get the chicken dinner. But speaking of breaks, hey, X-Force Rejects, right? They stopped into heaven, they held that position.
Yeah.
Zone ended up getting locked onto them. And for a team that was pretty much last place, right, that gives them an opportunity, right? That could be that door open for them to at least get to survival stage.
Yeah. But Nigma Galaxy, though, again, it's a decent move. I mean, Ralph gets caught on the back lines there, but it's understandable. That's a hard bit of terrain to push through.
Yeah.
Coops does a wonderful job, though. The team's going to be massively proud of him with the way he handled that ridgeline versus OG. Goodness me, I mean, if it wasn't for Furia, potentially takes down the whole team. But yeah, Furia, they were very quick to the mark. I think that's the main thing from Furia. They analyzed and saw where the opportunities were there, pushed over the top, and as soon as X-Force Rejects pushes out that building, goodness me, do you see how quickly Furia marched to the other side? That was wild.
Yeah, they knew that, hey, this is our chance to win it, and they took it. Furia is one of those squads that are so high IQ when it comes to those kind of opportunities. They're not going to miss it, that's for sure. And you're totally right. I mean, once we saw that zone shift, Nigma Galaxy knew they lost this game, right? They're like, hey, you know what? We just got to try to do whatever we can. Those kind of rotations, you're going to have a sacrifice, right? Just to be able to even get there. But they did utilize that opportunity to its maximum, that's for sure. That's what it's all about. But Furia, they knew they had that one in the bag, and they took it.
Again, it's nice to see some more aggression coming out of Nigma Galaxy. It's nice to see OG on the front lines taking some good fights, and without Aru as well towards that end there. For X-Force Reject, I need a little bit more to be convinced because you are playing from heaven. It's a god compound at the end of the day.
It was luck, right? It was luck. But you know what? Sometimes luck is all it takes.
It's just what you need.
It's just what you need, you know, and they just happened to get it. And it's good for them that it happened now in the second game of the last day, right? So we've seen it in the past where teams that are coming in a little bit nervous, don't have that as much experience as some of these other guys, they get a lucky game, and sometimes that just gives them the confidence they need to actually do something, right?
Yeah.
But, you know...
no, it's true, because you suddenly start to play a little bit more different.
Yeah, you're like, oh...
especially nervous teams as well coming into this, you know. It's a big stage. We have fans from around the world here as well. Sometimes it can be hard either disappointing your fans or trying to uplift them in the process. So you get yourself a lucky win, boom, you're good to go.
Yes, indeed. And man, it's so good to see these teams, right, be able to pull out all the stops here towards the end. These leaderboards have been bouncing all over the place here. But you know what? We got Calaris with Flash. Let's go ahead and hear what these guys have to say.
That's me. Thank you very much, Hot Jukes. Yes, I am with Topsy from Flash after these 2 games, because I really wanted to talk to them about a very unusual circumstances that have been happening. But first, let's start with day number 1 and the results there. It was kind of mixed results here and there, but then you got first place on the Erangel yesterday. So talk to me about the team's approach to yesterday. Are you happy with those results from yesterday? Well, what did you think overall?
Ngày hôm qua á, thì mình đã làm khá là tốt và đang đứng ở một cái vị trí thứ nhất ở cái map là Erangel á, thì mình cảm thấy là cái màn trình diễn của mình ngày hôm qua nó như thế nào, mình có hài lòng với kết quả ngày hôm qua không?
Đối với em thì ngày hôm qua bọn em thật sự là chưa làm tốt.
In my opinion, yesterday, to be honest, we haven't done a very good job on the maps, I would say.
Okay. That's fair. And coming into day 2, you got a second place on the Rondo after holding on the east side, and then that was against Orangutan. And then game 2 happens today, and then Orangutan hits you guys on Erangel as well. So what's your thoughts about that, and do you want maybe some revenge on Orangutan after all that?
Với ngày hôm nay á, thì mình đã đứng ở top 2 ở cái trận đấu đầu tiên á, và sau đó thì mình lại bị đối thủ là Orangutan á, đã ném bom trúng cho mình á, và hạ gục mình. Thì ở trận thứ 2 thì mình cảm thấy như thế nào, liệu rằng mình có muốn trả thù đối thủ của mình hay không?
Sau trận 2 thì bọn em cũng rút được kinh nghiệm nhiều hơn, vì trận đó cũng khá là không có may mắn, nên là mấy trận sau bọn em sẽ cố gắng đạt được thành tích cao nhất.
On the second maps, I would say we were pretty luckier than the first maps, and we also like have our own experiences based on the first map. So we did a good job on the second one, and I think like based on that result, we will keep continue, like pushing harder for the next round.
Okay, thank you very much, Topsy here. Good luck with the next games. And that does it for us here, down on the stage.
Jackie Powers here, live from PMWC at EWC 26. I'm meant to be working with John Allen today, but I don't actually know where he is. He had a bit too much coffee before the show. Let's see if we can find him and tire him out. Well, John's got quite a lot of energy, I think, still. Well, it seems like John has finally tired himself out after a very busy day of activities. But here at EWC 26, PMWC is just kicking off for another day of games. Don't miss it, as it's going to be explosive. There's only one rule, just don't wake John.
Sean looks so sweet just taking a nap right now. One team that was not allowed to take any naps today was Furia because of the way that they were able to perform in day one. But in day two, Max, they are bringing it.
Oh, they were sleeping day one, but now they're wide awake and they're back in the fray. It's so good to see them play around Heaven, maybe making sure they clear their backside and then just pushing into Heaven, playing the high ground spot. And we'll have a clip later on of how they wrapped up that game properly. But Furia, it's so good to see Brazil is showing some presence here in this group. And 16 points, that's going to put them way higher up on the rankings.
And we're looking at the second place Orangutan with the points. Honestly, the consistency that we're seeing out of this squad is exactly what we want to see. And if they're going to continue on like this, pretty soon we're going to be saying that that squad is going to be going straight to the finals because they're creating a bit of a lead there all the way down to the team that's in 6th place.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good for Orangutan to come in today with a win and then a second place. As far as the match rankings go, right, the second place in terms of points, just 14 points is a big amount to be coming into the first Erangel for. I mean, we've got 2 more Erangels for them to come on through here, but yeah, Furia able to really just wrap things up. I do want to say big ups to X-Force Rejects as well. They had Heaven and they kept it.
No.
Oh no. Oh dear. Yes, the replay coming on through of the oddest fight I think we've had so far. This is just no. And then the rest of the team going, how dare you? No, we're coming in hot here. Just gonna avoid some trees, go around a little bit, and just pile in.
It's a very dangerous game of tag with knives. Who does that?
It shows the camaraderie, you know, you're like, oh, you took out our leader, how dare you? And this is the energy that I love seeing from OG. I do want to sort of touch on, if we go back to, sorry, oh my God, I'm having a brain.
X-Force.
X-Force. Look, they were from the bottom. Now they're here. This was something, okay, this is something that they needed to do, I guess, a little bit earlier on in the stage. But look, you were saying they had Heaven. That was good. They were able to have line of sight. Even when the contention started with for Thrives against OG, they were able to grab a couple of eliminations from that position. But the mistake that led, obviously having that, they were pushing out of the building, which Furia, obviously with their 1000 IQ, were able to capitalize on that. But look, they had 16 points heading into today. So having that game pushes them out of that bottom 3, which is exactly what they need to do. But is it something that they can sort of carry on into these next matches? I do feel that they rotated incredibly early. They didn't really have the utility to sort of back up these fights that were happening down on the hill, which any sort of grenade, I think they would have taken that home. So it was a little bit difficult, too early of a rotate for them. A little bit of luck mixed in between it, but hopefully we can see more of these adjustments going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to jump in here though as well, as I think this is exactly the game that they were needing to now push them forward into the next couple of games. You know, if you've had kind of a rough day, you do just want to get into the top 5, have a survival game, be assured that you actually can get in there, and then you can come into the next game going, okay, we've made a top 3, we've got some decent points, there's a little bit of pressure off of our shoulders, we've reminded ourselves that we're able to actually compete at this level, and we can go on forward now. So I'm hoping for big things coming in from them.
Yeah, and for X-Force, honestly, I don't agree with what people were saying in regards that they got lucky. They were able to defend it off against a lot of people. But moving on to some of the other squads, I actually know we got a clip about Furia that you've been wanting to see, Max. Oh, you know what? Before you even show it, let's how about show some stats. They were passive, but the thing is, it ended up working out in their favor because they were playing that to win it.
I just wanted to see a win from Furia, genuinely. That's all I wanted to see.
They gave it to you.
After yesterday, we didn't get it, but here we go, looking at the final clip. You might be thinking, oh, they're just going to go from Chiefs compound straight into the side of X-Force Reject, but no, they put themselves between the outskirt of the circle and the middle portion of the circle, meaning X-Force Reject, even the side of NGX, Orangutan are all going to be forced naturally into their position. So all you have to do, set up a very solid defense. And you do that, by the way, with an MG3, which is the best weapon to have for Mr. Silence himself, my MVP prediction of the tournament. I loved it. They now see the number of players is down to just 2. Just nail it down, take home that win. That was literally a perfect finish in terms of execution from good old Furia.
Yeah, and see, that was I just want to touch in that. That was a great sort of overview of what was sort of explaining, like, they didn't need to leave that position. Furia obviously capitalized on that, which is excellent from them. But yeah, I mean, Xbox Reject should have just waited.
Yes, we're looking at the overall here. Orangutan now with 80 points. And that's just what I'm talking about. Like, right now with this squad, they have a 25-point lead over 6th place. Top 5 is where you want to be if you want to end up going to the finals. You could end up almost saying, because the way that they're currently playing is so consistent, this squad could be already going to the finals. I don't care if it's too early, but they're playing like it and they're looking like it too.
I mean, honestly, I think we get to the halfway point, and I think that statement is going to be very true, just based on what happens in the next game, right? 4th Thrives as well. You know, they're starting to go down the leaderboard just a little bit. RRQ. I mean, yes, X-Force Rejects have made it out of the bottom 3 by quite a bit, actually. But Team RRQ, that's not a team I was expecting to see down here, Max.
Nopeko, please. Where is Nopeko? I want to see some presence from him. Though we did see a little bit higher up on that second page, this Ulf. And a lot of people would say that's disappointing, right? For a team that was second place back at PMGO Season 1 and did so good, especially during the PMGC finals. Let them cook, right? They're slow starting team. Yang Tashov, right? I don't know in Turkish, but they're slow starting team. I wouldn't be too scared for them, at least as they don't make in the bottom 3. We're fine. Ulf will come back eventually in this tournament.
I was going to say, I don't want to flex on my Turkish just yet, all right?
We're not there.
Let's hold on to that one. But before we even move on, how about we talk about some predictions here? Because for everybody currently watching at home, you can go to the EWC Play app and do your predictions if you haven't already. And if you do end up winning something, make sure you use that hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26. I want you to tell me quickly, predictions. Who's going to be winning the next game?
Winning the next game is going to be 4th Thrives.
Nigma Galaxy.
Stop asking me, because apparently I get it wrong and then I get roasted. So don't ask me that question again.
Such a cop-out.
X-Force Rejects, that's who I won, all right? X-Force Rejects, show me, keep on that momentum going. But we're actually going to be going to none other than Barty with the defending champions of PMWC, Yangon Galacticos.
Are we good?
Right, you are, Seven. I've got the defending champions of PMWC joining me on the main stage here. I've got Yangon Galacticos. Smile, let's have a quick chat. You know, cast your mind back to PMWC last year. You guys managed to secure the championship. The way that you did that was by consistently putting up placement points. You didn't play too aggressive. You just played your game. Now we've had an entire year since then, and you're going to be joining the group stage tomorrow. Has the strategy changed? What's the plan coming into this year's PMWC?
Especially for the strategy, I don't want to use wine or rugby too much, but we will prepare for every possible situation, every scenario that, including the we experience in 2025, any new situation that might happen. Also, we don't rely on the same strategy because this is PUBG. Yeah.
Okay. Keeping the cards close to your chest. I like to hear that. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you're wearing. This is very, very cool. Now, your Yangon Galacticos skin has just released in-game a few days ago. It's traditional Myanmar dress, if I'm not mistaken. Please tell us how it feels to have this kind of representation in-game.
I mean, I'm so proud to be here representing Myanmar and wearing Myanmar culture clothes on the international stage. And also that is so meaningful for our fans and Myanmar people to be like a Myanmar traditional clothes on the international stage.
And if you could say anything to your fans who are watching and preparing themselves for you guys to step out onto the stage tomorrow and compete, what would you like to say to them?
I mean, cheer for us.
Cheer for them, that's what they say. Now, for those of you at home, if you want to get your hands on this incredible skin in-game, just go over to the PMWC event in-game, okay? Now, redeem with perk vouchers, and once you've done that, you'll be able to get your hands on the Yangon Galacticos Champion Outfit Ancient Charm Set. Yangon Galacticos, thank you so much for joining me in this interview. I'm going to shake all your hands, boys. Thank you so much. The gloves are really cool as well. And with that being said, let's head back over to the casters to continue day 2 of the group stage.
I don't know about ancient charm. That guy's got new school charm. What a sweet guy. And what a fun team Yangon Galacticos has been. Last year in EWC 2025, they were fantastic. It was good to watch them then. It's good to see them again here again. But we're heading in towards Erangel next, map number 3.
Let's get it going here, man. Hey, I want to say one thing, right? I love, you know, good old-fashioned esports jerseys. I want that, though. I want one of those, man. So if you got that in a triple XL, bring it on down. But you know
it
what?
looks comfy, dude.
It definitely does. It definitely does. These guys are looking fly, you know, here. But you know what? Speaking of fly, I think it's time to get this started here into the second Erangel of the day. Only 3 more matches after this, but this is going to be a crucial one.
OG up to 80 points now. I think it's going to be difficult to knock them out of that top 5 unless there's some incredible shifts up in the rankings as things goes on. But honestly, I think OG, they're riding high right now. They are feeling good. I don't think anyone's going to challenge them too much. They might drop out of first place, but I'd love to see them stay up there throughout the entirety of the survival stage. And I can see Hoxie currently has taken our top player spot in number 1 with 17. Actually, Aurora top is doing a huge amount of work for them with 16.
Let's get it going here. And we can take a look at the top players. Yeah, top with the most damage.
Wow.
4,357. Unbelievable performance right here from him. Fortunately, we don't see Aurora on top of the leaderboards here, but they're right there. They're still in 5th place. But OG already now have a nice point sponge, like you mentioned. The GOAT and 14, nice amount of points as well. Completely tied up in 2nd and 3rd. This is going to be a close one. It's really going to come down to the last match to see who's going to be in our top 5.
Absolutely. Now I'm looking down towards the bottom of the leaderboard. RRQ in 14th. Now RRQ qualified on a technicality. They've been working hard, putting in the time to try and get through towards that group stage, potentially through to the finals. It'd be a shame to see them go out here in survival stage, but right now they are not playing up to scratch. So they do a little bit more here. 28 points to the 32. The X-Force Rejects have been able to grab the back of that last game. But we do have Naruto skins in game at the moment. We've got the Ninetales Fury Org there as well, so you can draw for the Naruto character set 2 and become a sage yourself in game. As we all know, all of the viewers of PUBG Mobile are filled with wisdom because you're here with us, of course.
That's right. That's right. If you could have learned any Naruto jutsu, what would it be?
I told you. Wait, John asked me this question yesterday.
Did
he? Yeah.
I'm asking the same one.
You asked that. I have the same answer.
What is it?
Rasen Shuriken every time.
Ah, very nice.
I had like such weird deja vu for a second there.
There you go.
Damn, let me...
I'll tell you what, I'm going...
Give me a second.
Okay,
give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
You know what? I'll tell you, doesn't have a couple secs, and that is going to be Thunder Talk Gaming once again. Losing players super early on. Sitting is knocked. And Shiva with the vehicle swap's going to go ahead and get that confirmation. But he's actually going to have to watch out because Sing is already there putting that punishment down. So Thunder Talk, X-Force Rejects battling it out back and forth. Reverb is going to get thirsted. Sitting did survive. And he looks like he is going to crawl to safety. Are you kidding me? So Thunder Talk shutting down that push from X-Force Rejects. One little mistake. That's all it takes.
Absolutely. X-Force Rejects leading 1 there. I was looking up jutsus in the meantime.
All right. Change your decision?
No, but hey, I actually have this tattooed on my back, but it's the Dead Demon Consuming Seal. That one's cool. That one is cool. Unfortunately, I wouldn't use it because I would knock myself in game using that.
Maybe lock down your lunch so no one takes it, right?
I know. I have to.
That's right. You know what? I
need a res, bro. I
need a res.
I need a reanimation jutsu right now. Come on, bro.
I'll go with the Flying Raijin, dude.
Yeah, that is cool. That is big.
You can't. I think it's just too dang good. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you need me, I can have you marked, pow, and I'm right there. But what can I say?
I mean, Minato is the GOAT. So,
yes.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. But we are jumping down towards Sosnovka. And we do have to talk about this.
Yes.
We do got to talk about this because this is fun to watch, but it is also the first time we've actually seen it down towards Sosnovka. We get to watch these players duke it out on day 2. Down towards the south side of the map from the top, already making their cross right now. Enigma Galaxy are also looking to move across. The 4th drives, they're just not holding it. I think they were much more concerned with having a spot right now. They're on 69 points, which is great. It is good. But we want to see a bit more for themselves. They don't want to end up dropping out on a catastrophic turn of events coming through towards the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, top 5 is definitely the goal. More placements, the better for sure. And with 69, they do have a little bit of a gap from 6th place. But with how these teams are playing, I mean, that we've seen gaps like that get shut down in just a game alone. Especially when you got Furia climbing up the leaderboards. They have 54. They're within easy range of Enigma Galaxy. Enigma Galaxy, as a matter of fact, they're one of these teams that really need this game right here because things are getting spicy for sure. Looking on over here, especially, this is a very difficult zone. We have a nice hard shift down to military.
Yo, my boys have got the double hovercraft.
Double hovercraft!
That is actually a massive advantage on Sosnovka. You want to keep those up as long as possible. You can sort of hide them down towards the south side if you wanted.
Yeah, especially if you can go hunt down one of those welding guns. Man, that's going to be so good for them here towards the end. And it looks like out of 2 teams that are already in military base, 4 Thrives and Enigma Galaxy are mighty close to each other here. Meanwhile, KRX is going to be storming the beach here in a little while as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. A lot of teams want to take in that position there.
Yeah, KRX actually heading over towards the slope, moving upwards towards 4 Thrives' position. Ulf is yet to cross yet, just worried at the moment. There is a jump to be made for Ulf here into top 5. They want it on this game. Similarly for KRX, Furia, The Flash. You're right, Enigma Galaxy is right on that cusp at the moment.
Yeah.
Keep a white-knuckled grip to keep this one going.
Dude, these last 3 matches coming up are going to be so insane. You know what?
I'm excited.
Me too, and I am just so happy that...
Oh,
look at this. GOAT going down. Killer Joe is out. Moxie is hurt. So X-Force Rejects do cross the bridge. They head to Novo, and they end up getting the better of GOAT. Meanwhile, look at this. They're on a glider, getting themselves a position in this next circle.
Yeah, it's sad to see as well because it's going to be Fuchsman as well as Force going forward. Kind of players you want. There's also a Crash Glider here too, so it looks like GOAT was double gliding, KRX is double hovering. Trend around the map. But yeah, I think for X-Force Rejects, this was cool. I like this from them. I gotta disagree with 7 though.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that last match, it did feel a little bit lucky, honestly. You play Heaven, and they sort of immediately lost as soon as they moved away from Heaven.
Yeah.
Okay? There was... And that's okay. It's okay to get lucky sometimes. It really is. But it also feels bad when you instantly lose players running out into a singular sightline. I want to see more of it. So that right there is more promising to me than anything. And it's coming in at 8 minutes into the game. Capability to take down a squad moving in and have the wherewithal to set up in Novo.
And actually get some eliminations. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all I know is that if I get zone locked towards the end, I'm feeling lucky. That's for sure, right? But you got to still put in the work, even if that happens. This next circle does pop all the way down to military. So, yeah, now there's no question of where this zone is headed. And
thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness. So I think we're tired of these like crazy water in the middle of the island circles. You know what I'm saying? So no splits here. It's just going to be who is the best in order to get this win.
Right now, obviously the center of Airstrip is pretty strong. A good place to play. You could even head over towards C block too. Not a bad spot. Worth playing going forward. KRX with the double hovercraft have a ton of capability to move in, but it seems like they may have ditched them somewhere.
Oh boy. Look to see the action is starting to ring off those. Fudia's getting mighty close here. Geekay gonna go ahead and find a spot in military. They're gonna be holding the satellite position as well as Doxy. Oh, nice jump shot. Ragnarok though Oh, it wasn't nice enough because Hoxie shoots him out of the air and shuts him down.
Aurora trying to make the cross here versus Ulf. Ulf got across a little bit earlier. They rung the bell on this one, and Aurora starts to move up. Reaper's already down. Zjol trying to hit some mad shotgun shots. I don't know what he was thinking. And out top with his signature Mini 14, it's not enough as Kelsey from behind will find the shots towards him, leaving just Doc, the last player alive here for Aurora.
Man, tough cross and a bad time too. Match number 3 here for the second day. Aurora in 4th place. Going out like this is going to be tough. It's going to really be those last 3 matches for Aurora if they're going to make it into the top 5. So worst case scenario for Aurora, Enigma Galaxy, Flash, Yuria all pop off here. You can see Maniac looking for some cheeky angles, and look at him go. He's going to be able to try and jump all the way to the top, and he does. So Maniac busting out his parkour skills, showing people this is how it's done. This is how you get up on top. And Ulf is going to have to be mighty careful. His footsteps are pretty loud, though. Let's see if they can hear him up there.
Doc's like, what the hell, man? You're making a lot of noise.
Oh, man, the coach didn't look too happy. We saw that little coach's corner. Let's see if Doc can make him smile. As Rolex is like, hey, nobody's here, right?
There's no way.
Nobody's here, right?
Are we trigger discipline on this one? That's crazy.
Oh, gets the thirst, though. And he did get shot in the back, right? Am I tripping?
No, you're not. That is ballsy to stay that. Nade goes fully long.
And the coach corner, no reaction.
No reaction.
No reaction.
Nil point.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did get shot in the back.
He did, right? Yeah, I was like,
my boy just stood on the stairs.
Just saying, you know what? If I'm going down, this is how I'm doing it.
I'm convinced I'm part of Gaming Stars.
I'm safe. Oh, man. Yusuf getting caught out. Maniac jumped down? I thought he was on top of the hole. If he was on top of here. Interesting. Scarface, though. Yeah, I thought he was on top of the little tippy top of the bridge. But now it looks like we're going to see Ulf just hard commit.
Alula's coming in here as well.
So Ulf got a lot of points to grab. I think they're going to hold on to the spot for a lot longer.
I mean, why not? I mean, Ulf right now, feels like people are feeding them points. Ulf's like, they're not even trying to make this difficult for us. They're just...
We'll take it.
It's just meals, free meal tickets arriving on the bridge. Yeah, I'll eat that up every time. Circle does move far down towards the southeast, though. X-Force Rejects did try and pick up the buildings down towards the southwest side of C Block. But KRX is nice and set up. However, a lot of these teams are going to have to make their way out of Airstrip, and quite a few times that can be a difficult task. Getting out across that road, you're massively silhouetted in that situation. It's a question of if anyone else has those sight lines. And this is a big move from RRQ. They are flying through teams on the southern edge.
I like this play, actually. I think if you're RRQ, you're right now at 28 points. Top 5 is going to be really tough. Like, you need to pop
We got to make a play.
Yeah. We got to make a crazy play. And in order to make at least to the survival stage, this could be it, right? Like, hey, let's take the risk now. Especially with Miramar coming up. Let's full send it to the center, and they do make it there safely. So it looks like that bet did end up paying. Oh, as soon as I say that, AJ gets a knock and thirst onto one of the players from RRQ. So maybe a little bit too greedy on that rotation.
Yeah, well, I would say you should assume the players are going to be playing down towards these very much coastal edges. I think it's a very typical area to work with as well.
For sure. And they had so much space here, you know, I just think...
Yeah, there wasn't a reason for it, right? That's crazy there.
Yeah.
So Flutter Talk will get themselves at least one off the back of that. A lot of teams are unwilling to move now that they're inside the circle. And it also seems that there's a lot of teams unwilling to move on the outer edges too.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those mistakes you point out, right? Because it's just a pure mistake. Like, there's certain ones that you could be like, all right, it was a coin toss. They could have gone left, they could have gone right, and they just made a bad bet. But that was one where you just kind of lost a player pretty unnecessarily on the side of RRQ. And it's those little tiny ones that they just like are a domino effect to your demise. So it could have been like, oh, we could have won the game with 15 points, but now we're stuck in a third place with 2. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens, though, as we look at this. Ooh, nice shot of that map. Let's see where the circle goes, though. Are we going to have a crazy shift? Does it center up? That's going to make things interesting. Oh,
man, that's
boy.
sad for RQ, though.
That is tough.
You
know?
make a big play for the south side, and assuming it's going to move out away from airstrip, it runs it straight back. And KRX, honestly, for them, they're pretty happy with their spot.
Yeah.
They're even happier now. And if they still got the double hovercraft, they will be very well set up going into this late game. Not that they need to move much, but they can create some really good impromptu cover. All gamers will fly straight across this bridge. Gaming Stars realizing now they need to move instantaneously. RQ flip to a new area. Foosman's on the other side.
They made the push quick.
A bunker each.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Your RQ, the zone swapped on over. Take those bunkers, secure those spots. KRX, I believe they were holding those satellite positions with those hovercrafts, so that's a really good position, especially if the zone decides to go ahead and hard shift down south. So teams now taking some of their final spots. A lot of teams, though, still need to get into this zone. Our top of the leaderboard squad, OG, they are still way over there in blue, just barely crossing the bridge, super late. Ula is in the same position on the other side as well.
It's a hard, I mean, we kind of was focused over towards the two bridges there. They were really unwilling to move. So was All Gamers, a little bit scared of it. And I know that OG likes to really analyze how they want to go forward. So if they still think a team's there, like they did yesterday on Miramar Gaming Stars, they'll try and figure out a different situation. Now they're trying to wrap on the northern edge, which I do think this is kind of interesting. They could come down from the hillside and sling into the south side of C block if they wanted to. But it's certainly an interesting one. And I think if you see All Gamers flying in towards that eastern side, maybe this is the play, and it looks like to be what they're going for.
Yeah, they're sending it right now. Igor is trying to survive this one. Serpentini, looks like one of his tires did get popped out. He's in trouble. Quick, getting a knock on to Aaron. AGAL, yeah, just trying to send it to safety, but Ayala pops him out the vehicle.
It's not going to be. Fury has been marshalling this northeast road for a long, long time. Pulling out the badge.
Oh, pulling out the buggy.
Yeah.
That one real quick.
Badge has been put away, apparently.
Yes, it has.
By the Flash here. You are playing on the eastern side as well, so they'll double back the hillside. Again, I kind of like what OG went for, you know, just barrel down that hilltop. You out of the sightlines for quite a while until you in front of C block. It's not the craziest position, but you get a position at this stage. Yeah. It's kind of lit.
Yeah, dude, the fact that you even here with all four players up, it definitely is going to work out. Their med situation has to be super low.
Yes.
They blew, good point. They blew through them just getting into here. But you know what? The fact that they are here and have such a points plunge on top is a good thing going for them for sure. You know what? I want to say one thing. Cool. These next three matches outside of it, they're going to be so wild, right? And I'm just very, very happy that John got his rest before them.
Oh, he needs that nap, dude. You'll need that nap because you better be bringing the thunder going into those next few games. And the talk.
Dude, I just keep seeing these coach cameras.
Yeah, the problem is the coach corner cameras is that they're shown for about 2 seconds. We realize they're very sad, and then we take them away.
Dude, they're just sad or serious, dude. They're just like...
I think the production should keep the coach corner cameras up for a good 15.
Yeah.
We got to lock in with them.
Good 15 seconds. Oh, I would love to see the coach's POV too, like in the middle of a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. As Silence putting some shots downrange, holding this position. This is a tough circle here, especially if it does go down south. That airfield is, there's not a lot of coverage in that area.
No, you're pretty much playing against the fence right now. Playing off the back of vehicles you still have that aren't completely wrecked. Dragging the bumper down the side of the road with them. For Enigma Galaxy, this is not a horrible spot to play in. They just have to be absolutely proactive. They're down towards the south side of the fence. But we're here with Furia looking to crest into the building alongside with KRX. Can QXZ hit a nutty grenade? Pops it back in the pocket though. And it makes sense. My goodness me, they were fast to this location. But wow, the utility, the vests, the ammo, that don't look great. We got micro Uzis on board as well.
Yeah, and the good thing about where Furia is like it's pretty much almost impossible to hit a nade on them, right? That chain link fence makes it so difficult, and you can just see them just holding those utils, throwing it out, going back to that little coverage. So, but Team Flash full sending it here onto Geeky, a hard commit. It's up to them to win this fight. Oh, great teamwork there with a 2v1. They are fully taking advantage of Geeky, catching them off guard. I don't think they really expected them to push. And if you're Geeky, it's kind of your fault there. You had to make sure that you got at least some shots onto them coming on in, but they were able to fully push this easily. And now with that bounce nade, Team Flash is pushing up little by little.
It's a naughty pincer they came in with. Zeus around the corner, still on fire. Oh my goodness me. They toast him up a little bit, but he crunches back down on them with a couple of shots through from the DBX. Lovely to see here from the Flash, but yet there's only one stairway to get up on that building. You pincer on both sides. It's hard to deal with if you have a player on the bottom floor, and that team was already hurting. So it's a good identification from Flash, a good identification of how that building is best aggressed upon. So yeah, well done, very, very well done. And now they have the ability to hold up both KRX and Fury in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, we had to see Geeky up on that top floor, and you can see exactly that's what Flash is doing. They have two up on top, just keeping an eye out so nobody pushes up on them for free. And that little mistake allowed Team Flash to just push up and get it done. Silence throwing a smoke right onto himself here. We know that was on purpose.
Damn, that is a nice nade. I think he's trying to get the M79 over towards the player was knocked, but it's kind of just given away where he's playing. Got the pumpy and a nade. This has to be a special one, but the door's closed on him. Oh dear.
Oh, and that nade's gonna knock him out. It's just up to Chief. Next zone, just go on over to the wide open field. Chief barely getting outside of that Molotov range. KRX, they want this elimination. They're just scared. Oh,
that's on target.
Yeah, that. Goodbye, Chief. Dinner has been served, and that is Furia out of there, roasted to a crisp.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate for Chief. Was not the chef in that scenario, that's for sure. But now we have Enigma Galaxy down towards that southwest side. Their basic big task here is pretty much to hold everyone out coming through airstrip. There's a lot of little bits of interesting terrain. The airplanes themselves as well in the way. But this open area, so easy to dodge away from a lot of the nades. See how Ulf is able to play this one out. Get a quick replay on this one.
Boom!
Nice nade from XZ. Over towards Sitting and Thunder Talk.
Thunder Talk just can't catch a break here, man. Oof, they need to do something crazy if they want to just even get to the survival stage at this point. Top 5 is just way too far away with only 3 matches left. They have to literally win all 3. But let's get into this game here. This is what's important. RQ shutting down X-Force Reject, saying, nope, that is going to be it for you guys. But look at our leaderboards here. We got so many people in the top 9 still alive. These leaderboards are going to get crazy. Eagle up on top. Scarface with so much lay of the land here. Throwing the nades, not trying to give away his position. And gets the lock onto Lord. He's got another, though.
I mean, they must have passed on the nades across to Scarface. He's up on high. He's dropping bombs. At the moment, Enigma Galaxy struggling to hold up. Fourth Thrives decide they'd move over in the midst of all the chaos. Satan very low. But my goodness me, 40 bullets left basically. Aaron will finish off Satan. Calci takes a big hit here. But for Ulf, this is a large game. 8 eliminations coming through. An almost impossible push for them that they're making happen here.
Oh, they needed this one. They needed this one so bad. 24 gets the knock on a Scarface, and that is that critical angle taken away. So now they no longer have the high ground. T24 is starting to push those nades through and gets the lock. He's down to half an HP though. Gets knocked in return. Falak though is here, and he came to play. 1v1 situation. Falak up close and personal with a shotgun. He's got the range. He switches to the M4 and shuts him down. Falak with 1 HP, making it happen for his team.
3 legendary players on the same location. It's Falak, Aaron, and Coops. And Coops comes out on top. Goodness me. They needed him to dunk it into the hoop here, and he's certainly done that. Looks to move away, but now has to deal with RQ, who rocks up to the location. They're on set, they're on deck, and they're looking to get themselves out of the danger zone.
Woo! RRQ just sweeping up the dust after that one. That was wild. So many superstars just going at it. And look at our top three. Still in the game, but only single players alive. Next zone goes on over to the left. This thing is ping-ponging all over the place.
The Flash, though, they've got an unreal spot on this one. They just have to deal with KRX in the near future, and KRX, they are low on supplies. Team Flash has got a lovely little watchtower to make sure they aren't rocking up to them too quickly, and then you're right, it is very much open space. After then, likely to circle. After then, likely the circle pulls away from both WizGod and the Flash. No one wants to move out to this open zone. This is a very difficult circle for everyone. I'm more surprised that Foopsman has been left unimpeded inside the bunker over towards the eastern side for so long. And it certainly kept him safe. All right.
Oh, dude, he be Fooping right there. Foopsman just holding it down. He ain't moving at all, I'll tell you that. The second he walks out, he's done. Honestly, just go out the blue zone. He's got a smoke in his hand. He may try, but
I mean, that run
just
out.
don't try.
That
honestly,
run out
like
is hellish. I mean,
it's over. If he makes it even into that white line of this circle, then I'm talking about GOAT are going to win this whole tournament.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
It's a hard push. I mean, there's this tiny ridge line you can play, but by the time you show your face, that happens.
Yeah, the second he looked out, the second he looked. Oh,
check this setup out. Oh, KRX, I wish you come to the door right now. Nade goes through, looks to be fairly decent, but Hoxie doesn't jump out the window. But the Flash, they've got a nasty surprise waiting for them at the door.
Look at that. And then the nade busts all those gas cans. They wanted to make sure they had the perfect setup if they did push in. But now we're going to see KRX get beat up by Four Thrives, trying to make something happen. Team Flash, though, punishing them and wiping them out. KRX not able to make the push.
I think Hazyfa stole a lot of those heliums, though, unfortunately. RRQ still going. Hazyfa gets himself up in towards. Strong position in the game here. RRQ, Gemfox will find WizGod. Hazyfa at least secures himself a third place here. And RRQ absolutely will pull themselves out of the bottom spots this game. It's a certainty at this point. But we are centering up over towards horrendously open ground.
Hazyfa, man, last player up for Four Thrives, does get this just one piece of coverage in this circle. What can he do with it? Especially if he's very fortunate to catch RRQ and Flash fight each other. Who knows what could happen, but Flash are gonna have to push on out of that position. You can see him holding that kind of satellite tower position. So get a little bit of coverage here, but there's just nothing. It is all wide open field. Everybody just hugging the edge for the little bit of coverage they have.
You can see this is one of the most disgusting areas of the map.
Gross, dude. This is straight gross. There's nothing.
It really is. Yeah, I think gross is a good way to put it. RQ is moving forward, though. They get themselves over towards the ballistics. Flash playing up on top.
Oh.
It's a good shot from the par. Expect nothing less. Hazyfa, the pile driver, off in the distance, looking to smash these two teams apart as a solo. Quick tap fire.
He's going to have to tap fire. He's only got like 70 rounds left, and he'll make it even less. Trying to get another elimination, though. Genfoss actually gets that knock on the bows. He's going for the thirst. He wants all the points here, but it's not going to be enough. That's Four Thrives out of there. Here we go. It's Team Flash versus RRQ.
A nice interview with Flash earlier on. They were looking to find some more success today. There were some decent games yesterday. But can they secure the chicken dinner here at our halfway mark of day 2? Try and get themselves towards a position to get a direct qualification through to the finals in the top 5. See it playing off the back of the loot crate. has the ghillie suit. Might actually be insanely important here. But they know, they've spotted him. RRQ, a lot on the line for them right now. Win, the final player left alive.
It's all up to RRQ here. They needed this win so desperately, especially with only 3 matches after this. They're trying to make that last second run into the top 5. And a chicken dinner here could be the beginning of that. But well, Team Flash, they're pushing themselves big up the leaderboards. Here we go, it's just Win. He's got the last rock, but it ain't gonna be big enough. It's RRQ getting the chicken dinner right when they needed it.
Playing off the missile, they certainly will rocket up the leaderboard with that one. It's an important moment for this team at this stage of the day, but the fight is not done yet. They do not want to drop back down towards that bottom 3. There is still a chance of it happening, but right now they can breathe a little easier.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, they definitely are. They didn't breathe well enough to where we saw no pop-off right from that win. It's just like,
I know.
It was just, all right, good. You know, we're alive. Okay, let's see what we can do, though, before we really get happy.
But Flash, honestly, they played well. I think the aggression onto that compound versus Geeky, it was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. Really well set up, honestly. I think there's been multiple times we've seen Flash where they've demonstrated just great map knowledge, but more than that, great tactical knowledge of how to play those moments.
Dude, not to mention we saw those beautiful setups with those gas cans, right? It just goes to show.
They're cheeky guys.
They're doing everything they